Well, I'm on the farm today. And I've got the Farmall 350 out, and kind of want to stretch its legs a little bit. And I need to charge the battery up, and you know what better way to do that than just run it. And we're going to go over to the field at my barn, and I want to bring a kicker wagon over. We'll eventually bring all of them and just kind of put them out of the way, because when we go to put fertilizer down, if we do fertilizer at all, or lime, or we disc that up over there in prep for some hay for 2022, I want those kicker wagons already out of the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb up on this tractor and see if I can get over there and back without a breakdown. So just kind of feeling this thing out. It's all new to me. It's like climbing on a horse, this thing, but that's okay. Let's see here. I think I'll go third gear. See what I got. It's a beautiful day. This is December the 26th. Yesterday was Christmas. Not ready to drive this thing like crazy. From a speed standpoint, I need to get used to it. Put a little bit of gas in it yesterday, or the day before, I don't remember, and unleaded. I put some unleaded gas in it. You can hear the governor as I go up this little hill, kind of pull in a little bit. My 756 was like that, and interestingly enough, the 756 motor had a little bit of a hum just like this one. So I'm running in TA, whatever the high range is. I guess direct is when you pull it back. Kind of see my shadow over there. Kind of neat. Well, we're going to get a hay wagon, and hopefully this thing doesn't start smoking and disintegrate. One of the comments I've got, and some people have told me probably a high priority for this tractor is to bring those front wheels in to the narrowest setting. They're probably set out as wide as possible, and even though I've got power steering, I'm told that it's just easier on the front pedestal and the steering mechanism. So that's on the list of things to do. And you know, this tractor will not be a show queen, but at the same time, I'm not interested in jury rigging it. I want it to it doesn't have to be original like these fenders, you know. A lot of people would change those out to, you know, 100 series fenders, and I may do that one of these days, but they're on there and they serve a purpose. And this tractor is supposed to be 12 volt positive ground, but somewhere in the past 60 years it's been changed over to 6 volt positive ground. The 58 model years were 12 volt, the 57s were 6-volt, and I think it may be some of the 58s. There was a serial number break somewhere. I don't recall exactly what that is. I think I'll go out and get that wagon out there maybe. Hope you're enjoying the ride along. You'll be right here with me if the thing blows up. It'll take us a year, 6 months or a year to fill this thing out to see what we got. And you know, before we can decide what we need to do or not do. Wagon. Let me get this thing hooked up and I'll come back. All right, I'm hooked up and ready to go. We'll go, once again, we'll go 3rd gear and this is the first chore this tractor's done on this farm. This is one of the things we bought it for, was to hustle wagons, you know, to this barn. I'll come back here in just a second. It's a little bumpy, you know, compared to my other tractors. And I kind of attribute that maybe to the narrow front. And also, you know, I'm sitting way back over the back of the wheels, not kind of centered over them. Maybe that's the reason, and maybe it's not. It's a smooth running engine, and you know, it's not terribly noisy. Again, I'm in 3rd gear. I don't know if you call it high range. One thing about the TA on this tractor is it freewheels in low, and I'll get all that vernacular figured out at some point. I'm at the age now where I'm kind of in old dogs, new tricks territory. So, you know, I have to read the manual on this thing like 5 times to remember anything out of it. And same thing with direct. Kind of idle it down there just a little bit. See how the governor reacts to this little hump right here. See if we get any backfire. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of come down through here. Got a real throaty sound to it. Puffs a little smoke when the the governor kicks in. Like I said, I'm expecting, I don't want to say I'm expecting the worst, but I think I got a pretty good tractor to work with. As far as a rebuild or anything like that. I don't know if you ever watch PA Farms. He's a guy that I've watched his videos for years and years, and I know there was a point where he was kind of looking to get a Farmall H or an M, and he talked about you know, he would like to have a 350. He thought they were kind of a neat tractor, and I kind of thought about that video when I bought this thing. Now I'm gonna try to get off here with the camera going. Hopefully I don't break my neck. I'm learning, you know, you got to do the big, you got to throw your leg up over the seat like you're getting on a horse. I didn't set the brakes, so hopefully this thing won't just back up over me. Now, this tractor has a little toolbox, and this pin's going to stay right here, and believe it or not, there was a crescent wrench in it, so let me try to climb back up on this thing. And it's really important to grab here and not here, because that thing flips back. And then straddle the horse. And I'll put it back in third gear. And we'll park this thing. Oil pressure is good on this tractor. It's definitely charging. The water meter's not moving. The water gauge is not moving. I'm not sure what to make of that just yet. And what I'll do is I'll park this thing, and then I'll come back and finish this video. Just give me a minute here, okay? All right, I got it parked, and I've left it in gear. And let me climb down here. I'll just keep the video going, and put the keys in my pocket. Swing my leg up over the horse, and then down onto the fast hitch. I moved these tires out of the way. They were over here from last video, so it's tight on that side. And then I moved that little herd seeder spreader over that way some, so it's a whole lot easier to get in here. But in any event, couple of things that are going on. I've got an oil leak. I think the valve cover gasket might be loose. And I've got a little antifreeze coming up here, but I think that it has been filled all the way up to the neck, which would probably make sense. Maybe at some point, you know, I'll get a new cap. But one of the first things we're going to do is pull these panels off, and I want to see what the generator is, if it's 6 or 12 volt. Like I said, this was supposed to be a 12 volt tractor, but I've been told that based on the serial number, that the starter is from an M. I'm sorry, is from a 4. I don't remember if it was a 400 or 450, but and that they thought it had a gear reduction on it, whatever that means. And so I need to look at the part number on this voltage regulator, and I want to take the hoods off and just kind of have a look-see at the top of the engine and all that stuff. And you know, if you see something kind of a red flag on here I might ought to be concerned about, don't hesitate to leave in the comments. Like I said, these tractors are all new to me, and I've got some learning to do. One thing I noticed here is there's a piece of steel rod kind of wire tied to this thing, and I don't know if that's to stiffen that up or what. Not sure why that's there. I don't know. Maybe this is used for something that I'm yet to discover. That's kind of the way it is with old tractors, right? And so, you know, we have I can't remember if it's a corn. I think it grinds corn. Maybe it makes like cracked corn out of. I really don't know. I got to talk to my brother. But there's an old one on this farm that was belt driven, and I think it was bought back in the late 70s, and it was just never used. It was parked. I think it's a hammer mill is what it is. It's just a little thing. And I've got the belt, the gearbox for the belt that's on here, and you know, there's no pulley. But I told my brother, you know, it might be something to get the pulley on there and a belt, and get that thing out and see if it actually works. I've promised my wife I'll never buy a combine, but I haven't said anything about a corn picker, like a 1 or 2 row new idea corn picker. Maybe we need to grow a little bit of corn up here and see what we can sell some of it to the deer hunters. I don't know. But I guess this would be an ideal tractor for such a setup. In any event, I'm glad that I had been looking kind of for a Super C. I really like those tractors, but the horsepower of this thing and the size and the usefulness of it with the TA, the independent PTO, and the fast hitch on the back, this tractor is much more versatile than I think an H or an M, and certainly a Super C. And so you know, we've got a use for this tractor, and I just got to kind of figure out what I've got. I've never been around these tractors, as I mentioned in my previous video on this 350. There was in these mountains in Virginia and in western North Carolina, where my mother was from, small fields and Ford 3000s and Massey 135s, you know, tractors of that size. So that's kind of the video, and got the Farmall 350. Kind of giving a little exercise today, pulling a kicker wagon, and actually made it from one end of the farm down here on this flat to the other end, which is encouraging. So we'll keep at it, and we'll talk to you later.